Westtown is one of the most rapid growing and bustling neighborhoods in Chicago. It's trendy and cool, yet offers an impressive array of acclaimed casual and fine dining cuisine. So where am I right now? I'm actually at Roots Pizza. But is this episode about a friendly neighborhood pizza joint with an awesome craft beer list? Not even close. Follow me because I've got a little surprise for you guys. So we've just walked up to Homestead on the roof. It's a hidden gem that means serious business, and as you can see, it's a literal farm-to-table restaurant. And I'm about to sit down with two of the head chefs and find out just what makes Homestead so special. All right, Chef, so you are originally from Seattle, correct? Mm-hmm. Seattle, such a cool town, but I want to know how you feel that Seattle's food scene compares to the Chicago food scene.
So I've always thought that the Seattle food scene is based more around simplicity of ingredients. Really all you have to do in Seattle is take a nice piece of fish, put some citrus on it, and it's going to shine for itself. Mm-hmm. Out here in Chicago, a lot more fine dining driven.
So here we are in Westtown. Westtown is a very unique neighborhood, very diverse. How would you feel that being part of this neighborhood lends to the food here at Homestead?
Westtown allows us to you get exposed to so many different people. You get a lot of artists, a lot of hipsters, and then you also have the stroller crowd. So it's really nice to be able to kind of showcase what we do to all these different type of people and get a really good reaction. I think the food here at Homestead has been an evolution because we've listened to our customer base.
So now, Homestead being a literal farm-to-table restaurant, how would you really describe it as being different from other farm-to-table restaurants? Because that's a very trendy thing now.
Yeah, I think we're the farm-table restaurant that doesn't like being called a farm-table restaurant. Okay. You can look behind here and see that there's so much food right here that we can just pick and serve the day of. So if we want to switch a dish and there's an ingredient that looks extra ripe and beautiful, like tomatoes or eggplant. Beautiful Japanese eggplant.
Those are beautiful.
We can off the cuff come up with an awesome dish right here and there.
What signature dish you're going to make me?
We are going to make a beef short rib sugo. So that's Sligo Farm short rib.
Sugo, I love Sligo Farm.
Sugo is basically a process of re-caramelizing the meat and glazing and really building depth of flavor. We're going to serve that over house-made pappardelle noodles with a red onion bacon jam and saba, which is a quince syrup. Interesting. So that has a lot of different regional and ethnic flavors going on in there. But still very Midwest. So.
The Sligo Farm. I love it. So the important thing to remember then is year-round, we're getting produce from the roof.
Yep.
And Homestead is operating year-round. It's just not a seasonal restaurant, which is important. And I mean, I'm excited to even see the dining room because, of course, in the winter, that's where we're eating, not out here.
Yeah, and the dining room is such an amazing place to eat in the winter. It's got these giant windows where you can look out, you can see the snowfall. Inside you're going to see beautiful reclaimed farm windows and birch wallpaper, which is really beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful in there. So I'm going to grab a seat on the rooftop while we can still enjoy it here in the beginning of fall. And can't wait to see what you make me.
Excellent, thank you.
Chip, this looks magnificent. Now, at first, I thought I was only trying one dish, but you brought me a little surprise here. Tell me about what is in front of me.
So what we have here is the beef short rib sugo over pappardelle noodles. There's a red onion and bacon jam. We finished with a little espresso, sherry vinegar. On top we have saba, which is a reduced quince syrup, some oxalis, and some anise hyssop flowers that are right from the garden over there. I also brought you over basically my background in a bowl, which is Penn Cove mussels, which I could actually see the farm from where I grew up in Everett, Washington. And it's served with the broth of Ras al Hanout, which is Arabic for head of the house, bringing that Middle Eastern flair to it. Calvados, which is a apple brandy from Normandy, France. A little bit of cream to thicken it, and then it's finished with fried chickpeas that have been seasoned with Ras al Hanout and apples compressed with sumi.
Sublime. Absolutely delicious. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's going to take me a little while to work on this dish, but I'm going to town. All right, Tex, now this thing that's in front of us right now, there's a lot of buzz around town about this bread basket. heard a lot about it. I'm pretty excited to try it, but I mean, it's bread. What makes it so special? Like, why does this item on your menu, why is everyone freaking out about this stuff? And I'm gonna start eating while you're talking.
Perfect. I think definitely one of the kickers here is that we make it in-house. I have the luxury of being the executive pastry chef for not only Homestead, but also West Town Bakery. So developing the bread program, a lot of people don't really know what goes into making bread. For example, the baguette takes 4 to 5 hours to make. And people think it's just a dinner roll, but if you take the time and effort.
Are you serious? That takes...
For this one, yeah. It takes 4 to 5 hours because you need to ferment it properly. It's basically, when you're dealing with breads, it's working with a living organism.
Wow, that's so good.
Different spices, and we top it with pepper. Something like the cornbread might go better with a hot sauce that we make in-house.
I don't know, I like this cornbread with this honey.
Different peppers from Klug Farm, Warp Farm, and we make our own hot sauce here, and we age it in the cooler a couple days. And then something like this will probably go better with laminated brioche, which is herbs from the garden that we blend with olive oil and salt and pepper. Pretty simple.
Isn't that amazing that you have that garden right there to work with?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you even incorporate that into your baking?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to make me to try?
Well, today we're going to try a pumpkin dish, not apple. So basically it's s'mores. So since I've been at Homestead, there's been a s'mores version on the menu forever.
Did somebody tell you that these were like 2 of my favorite things?
They did not.
You read my mind, because I'm obsessed with pumpkin, especially in the fall. I mean, every girl is, right? Pumpkin spice latte.
Right.
But, so s'mores and pumpkin?
Yep, combined into one.
All right, I'm excited to try it. All right, Tex, this is one of the most gorgeous dishes I've ever seen in my life. It is next level. Please explain to me what is going on this plate, because there's a lot going on.
There's going on a lot. So this is basically s'mores, but not a s'mores-esque way. So the marshmallow is, that's white, is a cinnamon marshmallow cream, and the torch, yeah. And then we have, so the chocolate part is the flexible ganache here that we spray with cocoa butter. And then we have this chocolate twig-ish, so it kind of brings in fall.
It does look very fall inspired.
Yes. And then the pumpkin comes a couple different ways. So you have the candied pumpkin, which is here. So we slice pumpkin super thin and then cook it in simple syrup for a couple of hours. What you just tried was a pumpkin brulee. So it's kind of like a soft, kind of like pudding-ish consistency.
Wow.
And then we have pumpkin sherbet, which is, there's sherbet and ice cream, there's no egg in the sherbet. And then to bring into the garden, we have sage. So we have the candied sage here, so crystallized, and then we also did a sage gel on the plate.
Bravo, chef.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Homestead on the Roof has completely blown me away today. From their farm-to-table program to their art of pastry, they truly are Chicago's diamond in the rough. I cannot think of a better place to be wined and dined and have a few cocktails all 4 seasons.